Since 1999, Networks Theatre has been a home to English-speaking theatre in Orihuela, Spain. The theatre, founded by Nick Moore, has presented over 110 shows. From children's shows through to plays, musicals, theatre and education, and our proud history of 18 specially written pantomimes. Pull up a chair and join us as we meet another of our wonderful company in Networks Theatre, Conversations with. Hello everybody and welcome again to Networks Conversations with, our series of videos where we get to catch up with actors who have played a prominent role in Networks across our now 23-year history. And today we are with Diego Ruiz. Diego, hi.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Thanks for having me. Very well actually.
Bring us up to date. What are you currently up to in life?
Well, I'm just about to finish my undergraduate studies in maths and physics. And yeah, that's basically about it.
And you're in Madrid?
Yes, I'm living in Madrid at the moment.
Okay. And what's the dream once you finish university?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm actually thinking about it, but I might want to pursue a master's in either physics or maths.
Okay. Heavy stuff for me, but I'm sure you take it all in your stride. Let's cut straight to the quick, as they say in English. Tell us, how did you first hear about Networks Theatre?
Well, I actually first heard about Networks Theatre when I was a little kid. I went to see a play in which my older brother, Alberto, I think his
Tony was his school name.
That's it. I think it was ugly, and I remember being on the first floor with a kid in the first row.
Oh yeah, we used to throw we were absolutely full, and then we'd throw another 16 kids down the front, and they're all sitting like this. But yeah, okay. And you remember him being in our musical Ugly?
Yeah, I don't remember the name. I just remember a lot of ducks on stage, so I presume.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think that's the only one where we have used a lot of ducks on stage, and that was May in 2004. So how old would you have been then?
Around 4 years old, probably.
Wow. Okay. Wow, that's incredible. And so you joined Networks, and who was your first teacher?
My first teacher was Dennis Carpenter.
Yeah, okay. And was he the one who told you about the golden letter to participate, about being in the theatre courses?
Well, with the example of my two brothers, I actually had a little bit of a heads up. But I did talk to him, and he was the one who kind of gave me the golden ticket, as you
Yeah, yeah. For the people who are trying to place you, you've got Alberto and then Jorge, and then there's only a year between you and your brother, isn't there?
Yes.
But you're the baby, aren't you? Yeah. So what was your first show?
My first show was Adventures in Panto.
Okay. And what do you remember do you remember anything about it? Because let me have a look. Adventures in Panto was 2008. So you would have been 8 years old. Yes,
I actually remember quite a lot.
Really? Okay.
I remember almost the whole lyrics for the first song.
What was the first? Oh, do you believe it was that one? It. Yeah, okay.
That's it.
Okay, we did the show last year. It was last year, 2019. It was the last show we did in its entirety before lockdown. We were rehearsing another show, but that was the last one we performed in December 2019. And I actually changed that opening song.
Really?
But what do you remember of the opening song?
Almost the first verse in full, like, do you believe in magic? Come to Panto land, the great place you will ever find, and it's magic.
I just love the idea of someone studying maths and physics in Madrid who's going to be snapped up by big business is singing, do you believe in magic? It's great. It's great. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun.
Like an old time movie.
Like an old time movie.
You'll see you. Darren. Okay. I actually have an enduring We have, at Networks, we have taken tens of thousands of photographs across the years, tens of thousands, and I've got them all on a hard drive. And there's a few photos that I remember throughout my life. And one of them is you singing the final song in Adventures in Panto Land. Do you remember that final song?
I don't remember the lyrics, but I
Careful
remember.
the things you say, children will listen.
Yeah, yes.
And you took one of the solos.
Yes,
Oh,
I remember.
yeah. One of the things I really, really remember.
Careful the thing you say, children will listen. Careful the things you do, children will see. Children may not obey, but children will listen. Children look to you for which way to turn. Children want to be careful before you say, listen to me. Children will listen.
Do you remember any of your lines from that? Because 8 years old, you would have had at least 2 lines.
I actually think I had 2 lines.
That's how it works. Yeah.
I was grumpy and I had 2 lines, but not many, not meaningful. Like,
Did you not get to eat the?
I did. That was
You got to eat the
absolutely
marshmallows.
Yeah.
Isn't that incredible? How 14 years later, I can remember you eating marshmallows on stage.
On the ninth day of Christmas, nobody gets to me. 9 for shooting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That is the magic of theatre. You don't remember what you did in the classroom on that day, but you remember you stuffed your face with marshmallows. I love it. I love it. When we were doing the shows, do you remember kind of how many children's courses you did?
I think I did around 6 or 7, but I'm not sure about it.
Okay, yeah.
Around that.
When you were 8, 9, 10 and you were participating, did you prefer the rehearsal process or did you like the shows, or both about the same?
I think I kind of like both, but my favorite was not just the shows, but the last week where everything was kind of really intense, both rehearsals and shows. I really like that.
It is intense. And then suddenly somebody goes, oh, Jorge won't be there on Friday. He's got a birthday to go to. And I'm like, what? Anyway, the great thing about theatre, and I was rehearsing a group with Sweetbill today, and I said to them, it's all about team. Whether you're playing King Lear or you're the spear carrier, everybody is important, no matter who you are. Were you nervous or were you full of confidence when you were doing it?
The fact that everyone is important in the...
No. When you were doing the theatre shows, because you're quite a shy person, aren't you? You're not what we call gregarious. You're not really outgoing. You're a shy person. Did you find it hard being on stage?
Not really, because I'm very shy about sharing like details on my personal life.
Okay.
But when I got on stage, especially later, I could make kind of a divide. In fact, I'm doing something on stage that doesn't represent me. I'm just playing a part. So I was.
That's
kind
great.
of
Would you say though that the theatre helped your confidence in the rest of your life?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that you are used to kind of talking to big crowds and not having your voice tremble or whatever, it definitely helps.
Yeah. At Networks, we do pantomimes and children's plays and dramas and comedies. What for you has been the most memorable?
I'm kind of like both the dramas and the pantos, but I gotta say, Pantos hold a special place in my heart.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to think what you were in. You were the prince in
Yes.
Cinderella towards the end. You also appeared in others as well, didn't you?
Yes, I was in Aladdin playing a policeman or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
absolutely. Yeah.
And then in the dramas, I did a couple more dramas.
Well, you were in When I Was Me, I remember. And I remember I gave you the most enormous chunk of text I have ever, no other actor in the history of networks has ever had a bigger chunk of text to learn. And I'm thinking, he won't. And you came back the next rehearsal and you said, yeah, I've learned it. And I'm like, it takes me 5 weeks to learn a page and you'd learned it. You are blessed. I hate using the word blessed, but you're blessed with an incredible memory, which is phenomenal. If you had to choose, what would you like to actually be in? Would you like to be in a pantomime, a drama, or would you like to be in a comedy? I think you just answered it really, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's more fun. The process of rehearsing and stuff in a panto is absolutely a blast.
How would you explain pantomime to somebody who is Spanish?
Well, pantomime is kind of a mixture. It's a subgenre of comedy, but it involves some special elements, such as, for example, the most notably, one or two of the characters will be gender swapped, for example.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Notably, the dame, it's called, if it's a man to a woman, and it also can happen in the other way around.
It can do, yeah.
And it's something that's fun for all the family, basically. It got a little bit of naughty jokes for the adults as well.
Of course, yeah. Do you think if a big pantomime would open in Madrid, do you think people would go?
I think they would, actually. I think it's not nowadays that everyone is connected and we can all have access to anything. I don't think it would be quite such a culture shock as it would be, say, 30 years ago.
No, sure. What was the last show you appeared in?
The last show I was in was Titanic, Ship of Dreams, the adult version.
That was 2017.
Yes.
And you played the kind of love interest of the young lovers who from the two different families who couldn't be together. And who were you playing? Yes. Who were you playing opposite?
I played opposite Marta Gutierrez.
Okay. And what happened about a week after Titanic?
Well, just it so happens that romance was not only happening on stage, but actually
That's brilliant. So you spent this kind of intense time dying. No, hang on. Did you die or survive in Titanic?
I survived. I mean, she died.
Oh no! So, because I remember the dramatic ending we had the died survived at the end. One of my favorite moments in our history. And you got together a week after, and a little bird tells me you're still together.
Yes, actually.
Oh, that's lovely. When you're out strolling the streets of Madrid, do you ever sing the songs from networks? Probably not.
My friends in Madrid know that I have a little bit of a soft spot for karaoke, and I think networks
that's great. That's brilliant. Okay, Diego, it's been great to catch up. I'm going to finish now with 2 minutes of silly questions. Okay, are you ready for this? Cue
Absolutely.
The music. Name a food that you really like.
Rice.
Rice, and how would you like it cooked?
Paella, probably.
Of course. Fish or meat?
Meat.
Okay. Good. Dogs or cats?
I'm not too much into animals, but if I had to choose, dogs.
Dogs, okay. So you'll never have a dog, you'll never have a pet?
I haven't really had too many pets.
No, okay. Would you like a small part in a pantomime or a big part in a play?
Big part in a play.
Okay, I gotcha. No problem. Would you prefer to speak a speech, sing a song, or dance a dance?
For the benefit of the people listening, speak a speech.
Okay, no, you can sing. You can definitely sing. Do you think you could ride a cow?
Ride a cow.
Yeah. Do you think you could ride a cow?
I wouldn't want to try, but possibly for the first like 20 seconds, and then a horrible ending would probably.
Okay. What part would you give Pedro Sanchez in a pantomime?
I mean, the Dame is an obvious pick. I just
Do you think he'd make a good Widow Twanky in Aladdin?
definitely we should see.
Okay. Pizza or pasta?
Pizza.
Pizza. Favorite topping?
I don't know.
Pineapple?
Not really. I'm gonna go with bacon.
Why is pineapple on a pizza so controversial? What music are you currently listening to?
Currently not listening to much really. But
Okay, fair enough. Is there a book that changed your life?
I can't think of any in the top of my head, but yes, I actually like The Problems of Philosophy by Bertrand Russell. It's a really inspiring book.
Okay, I will take your word for that. What's the best city in the world?
Orihuela City, because network.
Orihuela del Señor. If you could have dinner with one person from history, any time in history, who would you have dinner with?
Bertrand Russell, a mathematician, philosopher from the beginning of the 20th century, and
Great.
activist. He was a really good activist.
Okay, absolutely.
Anti-war.
And what, sorry?
Anti-war activist.
Oh, anti-war activist. Yeah, absolutely. That's fabulous. Diego Ruiz, thank you so much for giving up your time and being on Networks Conversations with. We look forward to seeing you next time you're in Orihuela. Pop by the theatre and say hi to us, because we haven't seen you in such a long time. Okay.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So there we are. Thank you for watching Networks Theatre Conversations with. We will see you next time. Thanks very much.